Right, okay, I want to say welcome to this video. This video is a special video. I'm using Krita, okay, Krita, that's Krita. It's free software. I've been using it for a couple of years now. It's absolutely awesome for art. It's very, very good. It's free software, very, very good tools in here, and it's great. I prefer it to Photoshop personally, just because it suits me for what I want to do. It's actually better for 2D animation too. I make a lot of 2D animation. Now that's arguably okay. A lot of people do actually, or not a lot of people, but some people do animation and stuff in Photoshop. I mean, I don't know how many it is, but I prefer doing it in as I say, in Krita. It's just absolutely awesome, and I like to make my own 2D animated cartoons. We're talking frame animation, so traditional, like in digital form. Let me just give you a quick look at the timeline here. You can see I've got a setup here. I've got my own setup layout. You can dock the different panels and lay it out as you wish, and there's various presets too here. But you got the timeline at the bottom, and what you basically do is, I'm just going to add a new layer just quickly. And let's just say I go to the timeline and I right click, and then go to where is it, keyframes, and you can insert keyframes. I'm going to insert multiple keyframes. Let's just insert 7. I've got it set to 7 with the timing of 1. Just leave it as it is, and you click on the first frame, so you'll see what I mean. So if I just draw, something here, okay, then you go on to the next frame. When you click on here on the timeline, click on your next frame, turn on this little onion skins light bulb thing, turn that on, so it will show you the previous frame before it and the next frame ahead. So if I just do like something like that and move along through the timeline, you'll see what I mean. You can do just do some animation basically. So if I press play now, if I go to the animation here and press play, it will just loop that. It should loop that. Oh, hang on, no, I've got to set the end time. So right click on your last frame and then go to where is it, set end time, click that, and now press play, and it won't show you the onion skins while it's playing. It's very fast. I can slow the speed down at the bottom here by play speed, turn down the play speed or the frames if you want. Now I don't even have a background here. I'm just doing a basic thing just to show you the capabilities that you can do animation in this, and that's what I do a lot of. I'm doing some rotoscope stuff as well, plus freehand stuff, and I'm really inspired by all different kinds of animation, like 2D and 3D, but I love anime. So it's just really, really great, man. So anyway, that shows you that you can do animation. I just thought I'd show you that. Let me just delete this layer quickly. Delete the layer. Remove layer. Okay, great. So whenever you want to do animation, you have to insert the keyframes, as I say. Anyway, in this video I'm not talking about keyframes. I'm talking about editing for video. Okay, now this is I'll admit it, this is the cheap man's poor man's way of doing things. If you've got some other good softwares out there, there's some really good softwares like After Effects and different things where you can do some good rotoscoping stuff like that, or like very good masking and stuff for software for video. We're talking about in video, live action video, and like things like blue screen background or green screen background, that kind of chroma key stuff. And you can do this in a lot of different softwares. I mean, I do that stuff in DaVinci Resolve, which is really good. But I just want to show you something, okay? If you don't have anything like that or anything, you can actually still change backgrounds. You can still to some degree you can still get some, and it's not going to be perfect unless you do some really, really good hard work in it. But I'm going to show you a rough, quick way that you can get a little bit of switching your backgrounds for some quick scenes, maybe without having without having like a blue screen background or any kind of background behind you or green screen. Look at this setup. First of all, I've got a setup here. This photo of some weird guy dancing. I just found it on the internet. Some kind of ballet guy. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I prefer to see a woman dancing. But on the next layer, we've got a tough guy photo. Okay. Now let's imagine, okay, that these are videos and not photos. Practically, that's what you can do. You can import frames of video into this critter, so you can import and export video as well. So I can import the frames, let's say, if I was to, you know, have the frames like exported from another video software. If I had the you know, as an image sequence. So let's just imagine that this image is practically that. This is just like one frame. You might have thousands of frames, but I'm just saying, let's just imagine, okay, one frame. I've got this here, this is one video, and it's on top of another video or some kind of image for a background. Well, as you can see, it's not a green screen. I mean, I could probably get rid of this background pretty easily because it's more, even though it's a rough image, it's just one color, right, like one white background. But his, you know, his clothes are a bit white as well. The background's greyish. Anyway, I'm just going to show you something, okay? So let's imagine I wanted to show him on top of the other background, on top of this, right? I'll just put two random pictures in here just to show you, basically. What I did is I went onto another layer. Basically, what you do is you make another layer above those two, and you can choose a color like blue or green, something that's really different, that's not in this image. Okay, so like if this was a green background, I wouldn't want to use green. I'd use another color like blue or something different, you know. But I'm just going to use green. So I would paint literally with a brush, paint on the areas that I want to be visible, okay, not invisible. Don't get confused here. I want this arm to be showing, let's say, on top of the other background. So let's imagine, right, I'm not going to do that now though, I've already done it, so I'm going to delete that. But remember, we're painting on another layer that's above this image, okay? So I want this guy, but I don't want the background. And let's imagine you was in your kitchen and you filmed yourself dancing in your kitchen, and you didn't want to have the kitchen showing. You'd have to go in through every frame, you know, from a little bit of work. It's a bit of work, but it's not too bad, I don't think, because you can just literally go in. You could even just do the silhouette, like just draw the silhouette like with a brush here. You get faster as you go, you know. Do the outline, and you can use the paint bucket tool to fill in the space, you know, later on. But this is what I've done. I've already done this on another layer, okay, above this one. Don't paint directly on the frames because you want to have this guy showing. But it's better to do it this way rather than painting on the outside because it's less work. Just do the outline and then fill it in for each frame. And there you'll see what we have. Okay, this is basically the outline. It's a bit rough the way I've done it. But what you'll do is you'll make another layer. So let's look at what we've got on my stacks here. The first stack is this background. Then I have the guy that I want on top of it, okay. Then on top of that I have another copy. This is actually a copy of the bottommost layer. But what I do is on the very, very top, okay, I turn on my green thing here, this green copy what I've got for each frame, and I merge that layer down with this one. So let's merge it down. So now that's merged, okay. So if I turn off the other layers for a second, you'll see that this is one image. And then below this we've got the guy, basically, okay, the guy, okay, like that, you know. And what we want to do is, we're going to merge this. What you'd really want to do is you'd want to merge that down with that, wouldn't you? So you'd have it like, this is just a rough setup that I've given myself here, you know. But what you'd want to do is basically you'd want to then take the footage into, you wouldn't go frame by frame. What you would do is you'd bring this in as a video, you'd export it as a video or image sequence, whatever. Once you bring your footage, your video footage of this with every frame, you know, into your video software, you can use your green screen like chroma key effect, and that will get rid of the green. And in effect what you're going to get, and I'll just delete this just to show you, is you'll get that guy showing up through it once you do that in the video software. I just cut that out just now, just using the magic wand just to show you, but it will do that for the whole video sequence in your video software if you use green screen, and that will show it. So we're looking through this window, the top one, to show this basically, and the bottom layer doesn't even matter anymore. We can just basically, I can just get rid of that here anyway. This is the same, you know. I'm going to stop this video now. Thanks for watching. So I've got to go, it's a time limit on this.